Hello everybody and welcome, it's Vdan here, so glad that you can tune into another video. Today I'm going to show you a casual way to make 81,000 for tier 1. You're going to be absolutely sorted on eco and not have to worry. So we're going to place down Geraldo and a free dart on round 1. We're also going to go and set Geraldo on strong and the free dart on last. Now the reason I've placed Geraldo here and the dart monkey on top, even though you'd expect it to be the other way round, is because I spent a few well, I'd say I probably spent an hour and a half actually testing to go and find a 8-farm Opolis spot, and I've managed to get it, so I thought I'd share it with you guys, because this Opolis spot is also going to mean that for tier 2, you're going to be just like laughing in eco, because you're going to be able to potentially get 1 banana central and 7 BRFs all in range of this Opolis. So it's really quite cool. For round 4, everything should be good. In fact, you shouldn't have any issues here until round 8, as I'll show you. But in the meantime, just keep it on double speed for these early rounds, and you can go and place down a farm at the end of round 5. You should have enough money. The idea is that we're also going to go and rush a bank as always, okay? So getting a bank as early as you can is always the kind of optimal strategy in pretty much any single tier 1 strategy farming, depending if there's some weird restrictions, but normally getting a bank is always a safe bet, okay? And as I did say, this is more of a casual guide, so there will be some things that are a bit imperfect, but if you're looking to try and optimize it, you can go and optimize it. And if you're just wanting a top 50, just basically copying this step by step will net you a good enough time. At the end of round 7, you should have 535 and be able to upgrade your first farm. Now, also note that I'm going to change both of the targeting to first for round 8. This is to ensure that we don't get a penalty, because you do get some greens, and if it goes wrong, you can get a penalty that basically creeps up on you out of nowhere. So as you can see, we managed to leak that green bloon there instead of leaking like a red bloon, say, so we do not get a penalty. Now, I'm actually going to over-defend because, like I said, it's a casual guide, so we're going to go and place down a turret next to Geraldo, set him on last. This is just to make life easy, okay? Also, sometimes what I find is, like, if you try and micro too hard and you leak too many bloons, sometimes you end up really not in that much of a better position than if you just place down a bit of extra defense. Obviously, the top guys will basically minimize getting any leaks, but I'd always recommend just get the cheapest defense that you can when things get a bit overwhelming, so getting a turret on last is an easy way to do that. Now we've also upgraded our first farm to 200, and then the next step, of course, is to go and build another 200 farm. You shouldn't have any issues with these rounds at all, like I said. I've just got the Dart Monkey and Geraldo still on first, I believe, and we're encountering no issues. Yeah, I just think like an event like this really kind of highlights the importance of starting cash, right? Having this 800 starting cash just makes an absolutely insane difference when you think about it. It's a really kind of almost like exponential growth, just having a few hundred extra at the start. Now, during round 13, we're going to put it on slow, and then we're going to place down that farm as soon as we can, okay, to try and get a couple of ticks out of it, or at least 1 tick out of it. So whenever you're placing a farm mid-round, make sure you kind of readjust the speed to slow motion, or normal speed, sorry, and then place down the farm as quick as you can so that you can try and maximize getting the ticks out of it, because every little plus 20 helps early on. Also, I'm putting it on slow during round 14, just so I can go and upgrade this farm at a nice time. Sometimes when you play it on fast forward, you can miss quite a few ticks, and then before you know it, you're 100 or 200 short. So just make sure you have an awareness when you're near a banana farm upgrade. Try and put it on slow speed if you can. Round 15, a bit of a nastier round. We may encounter a few leaks, but it doesn't matter too much. As long as you've got all monkey knowledge, you're going to be fine, okay? So, like I said, you will basically want all monkey knowledge enabled for any of these boss events. And obviously, you need all heroes unlocked. So if you do not have all monkey knowledge, I'd recommend just go and farm some of the, like, expert or advanced maps on the hard game modes. Round 17 is going to be fine. What I've done is we can now go and get valuable bananas after round 17. And now it's going to be a case of getting the other farm to 202 and then saving up. So we've got about 1,380, which we can sell the 202 to go and get the bank. The holy bank strategy that I'm sure we're all well accustomed to. So round 19, again, we'll have no issues. Just put it on fast forward. In fact, maybe don't always put it on fast forward just in case your placements are a little off. But I think you should be pretty much fine here. Now, during round 20, we're just going to literally speed through the round. And then at the end of round 20, now we can sell it and easily get our bank, okay? So we've got a bank at the end of round 20. which feels a little bit late, and that's also because we did over-defend early on. You can get it around earlier, by the way, so if you want to optimize this and probably make a good 1 or 2k more money than what I did in the end, that's a really good way to go down, okay? So, but I'd recommend, if you just want an easy life, just do something like this, okay? Now what we're going to do is just speed through these rounds, and we're going to save up for another farm, because I believe it's still worth it to get a farm, since we're going to collect from the bank quite late, so we can definitely buy another farm. We may only make, you know, a marginal amount of money extra by putting down another farm, but every little helps, as I said. So after round 25, I'm going to go and place down another farm. And now I'm going to over-defend again, just to make life easy. We're going to go and place down a sniper, set him on strong. This is just kind of set up preemptively, because he will be upgraded to FMJ for the lead round on 28. In the meantime, we can go and upgrade this farm to 100, and then we can go and proceed to save up for full metal jacket. And also, sniper on this map is really nice, just because it's such an open map, and also they're coming from every angle, so it makes life easy. Then round 28, we've got full metal jacket and everything's good, and you should just have enough. I had $1 to spare to go and get this farm to 200. So always use kind of my strategies as a rough benchmark for where you should be at. Like, if you cannot afford a 200 immediately after, just like I did there, then you've probably lost a couple of ticks along the way. And if you're a bit ahead, then even better, because you've been more optimal than me. So use that as a guide. You don't want to be too far behind. Now, I'm just going to put it on slow towards the end of round 31, just so that I can easily go into the preceding rounds without having to exit and reload and put it on slow speed. We're going to proceed to sell everything, okay? So notice that I sold NFT ideally one round later than what we should have, but it's okay. It's a casual strategy. Now, these placements took me quite a while to find, so follow them as closely as you can. We're setting up a triple discount village, okay? Try and put them exactly in these positions, and this is very important where the Opolis is. We're going to put it as far up to the left on this section as we can, as far up and to the left. If you mess up the placement here, then you will be in trouble and won't be able to fit all 8. Then we're going to get bigger radius, and now we can go and get our Opolis. Now notice where the dart monkey was, that's where I'm now going to build the first marketplace, okay? So that's why I set up Geraldo at this bottom path in anticipation for this setup. Now, as far right as you can on this little ledge, we're setting up a bloon trap. What you are going to have to do is, each round, you're going to have to exit and reload into the game so that you can retarget the bloon trap on the correct side. In the meantime, I'm placing down another farm in range of a double discount, okay? We've got the Opolis and that discount village. Then I'm going to get the top 2 paths and sell the other discount village to help get the marketplace quicker. The reason I bought the top 2 path is just because I knew I wouldn't be able to afford the marketplace, so I wanted to try and maximize the most I can get out of the second discount village, and to do that, it would be to get the most expensive upgrades discounted as much as possible, so I just got the top 2 paths first, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we've got 2 marketplaces. Now it's literally going to be just bloon trap micro and setting up all the farms. So I will show every single position here. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to be exiting and then reloading into the round at the end of every round so that I can target the bloon trap on the right side. That's also a little bit of optimization that you should always do anyway, is to exit and reload the end of every round on solo, so you can always have an instant bloon trap collection. So now we are placing a farm very close, like as low down as you can, just above the farm where the free dart monkey was. You need to be pretty on it with these placements because now we need to fit another farm above this that's in range. Notice as well that I did put the camo potion on the NG, just so that for later rounds I don't need to go and buy like any camo defense. Now you should be able to have 3 marketplaces down. We're going to retarget, and we're going to hopefully have left enough space to be able to build the 4th marketplace directly above. As you can see, just here. So it is a little bit tight, but there is a tighter placement than this. So this one shouldn't be too tricky, but on the other side, there's one that's a lot more difficult to do. In the meantime, just keep redeploying the bloon trap as many times as you can. You also want to have the bloon trap in this position so that Geraldo's basically not hitting any of the bloons, which is another reason why I did it, because I was getting annoyed in my previous run that I placed the bloon traps in a bad condition where Geraldo was stealing some of the pops. So it's just little optimizations like that that can have a big impact. And I do want to give a little shout out to the commenter that was Staddy's Working, who said that for tier 2, he placed his Monkeyopolis in this bottom left corner. So that kind of inspired me to then try and do it for tier 1. And I don't know if anyone's done 8 Farmopolis for tier 1, so it's pretty cool. And with no discount village to buff the range as well. So this farm placement, very important. As low down as you can, but still in range of the Opolis, okay? As low down as you can. You really need to force it down. If you don't force it down, you're going to struggle to fit another free on top of it, okay? So just be really wary of that. Like, it's going to be a bit annoying if you mess up the placements, but you can always restart from round 20 and try again to get it perfect. It may take a bit of practice, but just try and copy these placements because it is pretty tight. Now, we're going basically, again, just above it as close as we can. We don't want any kind of spare space given. So as you can see, I'm trying to nudge it down every single pixel that I can. And it's rather annoying on mobile, but if I can do it on mobile, you guys can all do it as well. Now we can upgrade this one. And now it's a case of getting these final 2, which is the hardest bit to do. But once you've got these sorted, you're good. On round 36... I let 2 swarms of pinks go in the trap, then I will redeploy the trap, and it should redeploy on time so that it captures everything, just like there, okay? So, obviously, in the background of building all the marketplaces, try and be somewhat optimal with the balloon trap. Missing, crates from the balloon trap and placing it poorly is going to have a huge impact on your eco, so... If you are casual, it may feel a little bit hectic to be trying to do all of the balancing of doing the balloon trap micro in conjunction with the farms, but with practice you get used to it. And as you can see, this is the hardest farm to fit, but we've left enough space, and it was actually, we probably had a few pixels of movement there, okay? So just try and copy this as much as you can, and you've got 8 farms, which is pretty awesome. We're going to have an 8 farm Opolis during round 37. Nice and easy, and we can be confident that we're going to make some pretty good money, okay? So yeah, just get them all to 2-0-3, because in range of the Opolis, they're basically equivalent to 0-2 frees. And now once you've got this final Opolis built, then all it's a case of is going to build a favoured trades. Now, what I did miss on this run as well is a rubber to gold alchemist, so you could always get that before you get favoured trades. But rubber to gold is a bit more trickier to use sometimes. You need good placements, know how to glue stuff correctly and stuff. So just getting a favoured trades with 8 farms is going to leave us with about 81,000, which I think is pretty cool. And also the fact that we sold the NFT later than the optimal time as well. So everything worked out pretty interestingly. Round 38, again, all we need to focus on now is just going to go and get the boat upgraded to favoured trades. And now it's just a case of saving. Obviously, as well, like missing at least a lead to gold does have an impact on your eco here, because look at all these leads that we're missing. It's never nice to be missing leads. And then I even didn't deploy the trap correctly there, because I believe a lead has leaked through. So, like I said, many reasons or many ways to optimize this, but even suboptimally, you're going to be in a very good spot. And then finally, we're on round 39. So this is the round where you'd go and proceed to save up to go and buy your overclock. If need be, you could always sell one of these farms after like 8 ticks, say, wait about 8 ticks, sell a farm in range of the favoured trades, and then go and get an overclock built. And then you'll have your overclocked mad easily for tier 1. With plenty of cash spare as well. So yeah, I think this is really quite cool, because it just shows how insane the eco this week if you can get 8 farms around an Opolis. And it's fun to get an Opolis like this as well. This is also the Opolis I'd recommend to use for tier 2, because like I said, as before, you're going to be able to just snowball ridiculous money. So here we go. I think we should be able to save up about 18,000, maybe even a bit more if you're optimal with eco. Now go and exit. Go and collect the balloon trap, and let's just see how much we've got. Also, I did forget to mention, sorry, as well, is that make sure your favoured trades is positioned similar to mine, because it encapsulates every single one of the farms and every single one of the towers in the range, okay? So we're just going to sell everything now. Make sure you sell the favoured trades after, obviously. And now we've got about 73k plus the 7k from the boat. Okay, we can sell Geraldo, and we've got 81,000. So I hope this has helped, and I'll see you guys very soon.